Have you ever felt like you are everyone's hero except your own? Like you rush to help others, but when you need support, no one shows up? If yes, then listen to this story. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can ever learn is how to say, "Not today." Once, in a quiet mountain town surrounded by whispering pines and silver rivers, lived a simple carpenter named Arman. Arman was known everywhere, not because he was rich or famous, but because he had a heart that said yes faster than he could breathe. Window broken? Call Arman. Need to move heavy wood? Call Arman. Need advice, comfort, or company? Arman was always there, and every time he whispered to himself, "Helping makes me a good person." But day by day his life stopped belonging to him. His workshop filled with unfinished chairs, half-built tables, tools left rusty. When the rain came, his own roof leaked, yet he would be outside fixing someone else's. Every night, exhausted, he returned home. His sister Sarah would shake her head and say, "Pi, you build everyone else's life. But who builds yours?" Arman would smile tiredly. "Someday," he said, "they will appreciate me." But that someday never came. One stormy evening, dark clouds swallowed the sky. Arman rushed to secure his workshop roof, but right then his neighbor Kamal ran to him. "Arman, my fence is breaking. Please, help before the storm destroys it." Arman looked at his shaking roof. His heart stretched in two directions. But as always, he said, "Okay, I'll help." Rain poured as he worked on Kamal's fence. By the time he returned, his own workshop roof had collapsed. Months of work ruined. Arman sat in the mud, rain dripping from his hair, staring at the wreckage of his dreams. And in that silence, something inside him fell apart. The next morning, he visited Musa, the wise old shopkeeper. "Musa Chacha," Arman sighed. "I help everyone. But I feel empty. Not tired of work, just tired of always being needed." Musa poured tea, then pointed at two jars, one filled with stones, the other with sand. "Your time," he said, "is a jar. Your priorities are stones. If you fill your time with everyone else's needs first, the sand, there's no room left for your own life." Then he gave Arman one rule. Before saying yes, pause. Ask, "Can I truly afford this right now?" If not, say, "Not today." The next day, Kamal returned, waving his hands. "Arman, come help me move sacks." Arman breathed deeply, looked at his broken workshop, and said for the first time, "Not today." "I must fix my own work." Kamal froze. "You? Saying no?" Arman nodded. "Not today." The guilt stung. But by evening, his workshop roof stood strong again. Day after day, Arman practiced pausing, saying, "Not now," politely. And something magical happened. His life began to breathe again. People slowly stopped running to him for every little thing. Not because they hated him, but because they finally learned to manage on their own. Arman's work flourished. His smile returned. Peace settled into his bones. One evening, Musa visited and asked, "Tell me, did the world fall apart when you stopped saying yes to everyone?" Arman smiled softly. "No, Chacha. The world stayed the same, but my world got better." Musa nodded. "When you say yes to yourself, life finally listens. You are not selfish for protecting your energy. You are not rude for saying no. You are simply choosing peace over pressure. Remember, if you try to be everywhere for everyone, you end up being nowhere for yourself. People respect what you protect, so protect your time, your energy, your life. If this story touched your heart, follow and share it with someone who gives too much. And remember, saying no is not rejection, it is self-respect. Start today.